We sat in front of a therapist and tried to work out some of our traumas. Today, on Listen to Black Men.
What is going on over here? What is...
Jessie Woo.
Jessie the Woo.
Where my drink at?
It's on the way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We black men talking.
We just chalking it up.
What y'all talking about?
Man, we just here with my man Arron. You know, he's a therapist, been in the game 10 years.
Period.
I don't think that's the response you're supposed to say.
Oh, what's it? I mean, no, I love therapy. My therapist is a black man, so.
Okay.
Oh, dope,
How long you
dope.
been in therapy?
A year.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What made you go?
A black man.
A relationship really made you go to therapy?
Really, no, because I think therapy is Jesus, you know what I'm saying? Like, everything is the Lord and, you know, Jesus. And,
From which comes your strength.
Exactly. Hallelujah. So, yeah, so I was always like, Jesus on the main line, I'm going to tell him what I want. But I started experiencing certain things health-wise while I was dating someone, and that sent me to therapy because...
Should have sent you to the clinic.
I was about to say.
No.
Then therapy.
No. Literally, like, I was going through something health-wise as a woman, something that we a lot of us deal with. Yeah. And I was dating someone. Looking back at it, he just was very emotionally unintelligent and unavailable. Yeah. And he was just saying certain things that made it worse.
Got you.
And I kind of went through a downward spiral, and I was like, okay, I have to go to therapy. Like, if I don't go to therapy, I'm probably not gonna be here much longer. So I went to therapy. Thank God I did that.
Yes.
And
I feel like you got finer. You got even finer.
Really? You know, therapy will do it to you.
They be gonna see Dr. Miami. They're gonna see Dr. Arron.
I'm telling you. Okay. But yeah, no, I'm telling you. I don't just go to therapy just because I'm going through something. I think it's good to proactively go to therapy.
Yeah.
So that there's somebody always holding you accountable, always giving you resources, how to deal with things in your everyday life. So, yeah.
What is the importance of having therapy and keeping the black family together? Like, because sometimes within the community, you hear people speak against it. You hear some women who have not had the best dealings with black men, and they're swirling and swooping and all of that. So to, like, lean into the black family, how important is that?
It's so important. That's one of my passions, is just preservation and restoration of the black family through wellness and mental health. As we can see, is a challenge right now. We see a lot of division going on amongst men and women. So that's something that I really want to combat through all of us being well, that we need each other, that we need to maintain the family. You understand? So dividing is not helping us. So all of us being well, children included. You know, I do a lot of children work.
Black kids need therapy.
Yes.
For real.
So I do a lot of family therapy and individual therapy with children. And it's super important that our children see how we respond to things and how we engage in therapy and model that behavior.
Let me ask you a question.
Okay.
How willing are black men to do the actual work when you give them work to do as a therapist? Because what I have experienced...
I love that you said that, too. I love that you said experience, because it's always,
No, I was going to say these...
In my experience.
I'm trying to... So from what I have experienced...
Say it again, you went. He was like, he took the last year. Nigga,
From what I have experienced, and it's not just like guys I've dated, just like brothers, cousins, like they go to the therapist, that therapist don't know what he talking about, he all on her side, and it's like they don't be wanting to do the work. It's like, sir, like a lot of times I see the therapist will give like sound advice. Okay, here are steps, these are steps, let me see you do this, how you address that, and they don't want to do that. So how do you help them do that?
Well, I have a very different approach. I do a little hood therapy too.
Okay.
I call it hood therapy.
Yeah, I like this.
Yeah. So
dice.
Yeah.
Right. So
You be saying doing therapy?
no, I don't curse. Okay. But I do meet everybody where they at. You understand? Dope. You know what I'm saying? That's super important. Black men feel more comfortable seeing someone that looks like them for therapy, and that's well known. That's research based, you know? So not speaking over them, but just speaking with them, exploring what they need. So all we want to do is feel heard sometimes.
That's good.
So sometimes you may say something, and how I say it.
Yeah, because I'm gonna come in. So let me tell you about this nigga
But that's
and
right.
how he don't
Right.
be listening.
And that's how they be.
So then Exactly. So when a woman come in like that, how do you fix the situation? Because my sis is already done.
I said pipe down and get your acrylic nail out his face.
Oh.
Yeah.
Just like
defend
that.
me.
Yeah.
First of all, it's jail. Let's get to jail. It's jail.
Right. But the message is super important, right? How do you want him to receive that information? And you hopping up and down like on Jerry Springer is not going to help. You understand what I'm saying? So it needs to be received in a certain way so that we can understand it. And that's how I do with couples.
In that moment, that takes a lot of, trust that they have to have in you.
Absolutely.
Right? Like that man has to trust you to kind of speak to his woman in that type of term. And then she got to be willing to hear you. Like that's a lot happening at the same...
Because I become the relationships therapist. I'm not his therapist or her therapist. I'm the relationships
That's
therapist.
good.
And the goal is to restore it. And if you guys came to me, that means that you're going to do the work. And I'm going to hold you accountable.
Both of y'all.
Both of you.
What I'm hearing from you is guys don't like when it comes time to face accountability. That's what I'm hearing from you.
Oh.
Yes. That's what you heard? Because what you're saying is, you're bringing to me everything that's wrong with me. Then we go to the therapist. She's saying all the stuff that's wrong with me. And it's like, but
Hey,
no,
no cap, you right.
and no time.
I ain't gonna hold you. She spun me and I'm saying
but in no time are you saying, could that be the issue?
We only take constructive criticism when it comes to sports. Like, you gotta get your elbow.
Because you can't, but it's funny, but it's right? Because I can move my elbow. But now you're telling me to communicate better. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Exactly.
How?
And that be the biggest one. Can we talk about why men don't communicate?
Don't touch me and say communicate.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We communicate differently. We communicate differently. I would say that.
Yeah.
We communicate differently.
Yeah, so I feel like what you said,
Yeah.
how I saw it,
Yeah.
we don't see it the same way.
Right.
And I feel like a big thing with women is all we want most of the time is just for you to take accountability. Because then if you take accountability, then we can address it.
I didn't know y'all knew how to spell that word.
I can spell it.
I didn't know y'all could-
It's ACCOU.
It sounds like y'all spell it your
Oh, let's go.
It sounds like y'all spell it your fault. That was good. Go ahead.
I mean, we don't spell it like that.
But no, I do believe that there are instances what you're saying is 1,000% correct. But I think what's really going on is what's being communicated to us doesn't sound like we need to take accountability. It sounds like we need to fold to it being, all right, it's my fault. This is the rest of my life. And nobody wants to look at that, right?
But we have to shift that narrative. It's not who's right, who's wrong. It's what is good for the relationship, what's good for both of us. Well, we could change that situation. We could change that narrative about you right, I'm wrong, I'm winning, you losing. That's why I tell my married couples or my couples in general, this is not a battle. Life is a battle. Why are you battling your relationship? You know what I'm saying? Why
That's
are we
what
fighting?
I'm telling women, man. It ain't between,
You know what
it
I'm
ain't
saying?
about us being right or wrong, because I'm right. So it ain't even no need to discuss it.
Okay.
No, that is accountability. He said, I'm right. That's accountability.
But he missed everything that I just said.
Listen, this is my thing. I don't even say much. I don't talk much. But if I do say something, it's because I'm right and I know I'm right. The only reason I'm saying it, if I have I think or I have an opinion, I'll say that. But if I know I'm right, I'm saying it for a reason.
Oh, really?
I think overall, what we've been talking about, it's about accountability, right? Being able as men to not be afraid to hold another man accountable. You can't be scared of that, right? A lot of men are scared to lose access to other men.
Oh my God.
At the expense of black women.
Oh my God.
Right?
Say
And
that
I don't want to
again.
preach tonight, but that get me tight.
But you know
That's really
what that's about?
I have
Because
zero idea what it's about.
It's about being seen as a simp. There's this thing about taking care of a woman.
What? Can you break that down to me?
Listen, I haven't done much. I haven't done much
that.
research on it, but I know that there's a thing called being a simp when you are taking care of your woman and catering to them. That you're seen as a simp. You should be like a savage. You just use them for your sexual satisfaction, and then that's it. You know what I'm saying? But that doesn't create that soft landing, that soft life that we're talking about. You know what I'm saying?
With my wife, we had a point where she felt like, she was like, I have to be a certain strong black woman, this, that, and the other. And I was like, well, part of being a strong black woman is knowing that you can just relax and know that, I'm not the enemy. It's gonna be okay, And out of nowhere, she got really, really emotional. It's really important to say, it's okay. Yeah. I got you, it's okay. You have a soft landing here. This is a space where if you don't have it all together, you can tell me, and I'm not gonna judge you for not having it all together. I'm gonna look at you as actually being human, because you're not perfect.
Well, listen, I got some gifts for y'all. and their boundaries. And right now, y'all being here a lot longer than I want y'all here.
Hilarious.
It's against my boundary. So, my brothers, we got to do this again.
For sure.
But I need y'all to get up out of here. Arron, that way. But before anybody leaves, get this black one. I mean, get Jessie. Jessie, get out. I'm not really sure how you got here. That's my drink. You ain't. Wait, that's the pillow. Don't take my pillow.